NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, has developed and used various simulators for training astronauts, conducting research, and testing spacecraft and equipment. I'll provide an overview of some of the common types of NASA simulators. Spacecraft simulators. These simulators are designed to replicate the operations and characteristics of spacecraft, such as the Space Shuttle, the Orion spacecraft, and potential future vehicles for deep space exploration. They allow astronauts to practice maneuvers, docking procedures, and emergency scenarios in a controlled environment before actual missions. Astronaut training simulators. These simulators are used to train astronauts for specific tasks they will perform during their missions. They include virtual reality, VR, training, robotic arm operation, spacewalk simulation, extravehicular activity or EVA, and other critical activities astronauts may encounter during their time in space. Robotic mission simulators. NASA has several robotic missions exploring various celestial bodies like Mars, the Moon, and other planets. To test and refine the operations of these missions, robotic simulators are used to mimic the conditions and challenges faced by the spacecraft and the robotic systems operating on these distant worlds. Lunar and Martian habitat simulators. As NASA prepares for human missions to the Moon and Mars, habitat simulators are being developed to study and refine the living conditions for astronauts on these planetary surfaces. These simulators help evaluate life support systems, resource utilization, and the psychological aspects of extended space missions. Orbital mechanics simulators. These simulators focus on understanding and predicting the motion of spacecraft in orbit. They help plan trajectories for missions, calculate rendezvous and docking maneuvers, and optimize fuel consumption during space travel. Environmental simulators. To study the effects of space on biological organisms, NASA uses environmental simulators that recreate the space environment, including microgravity, weightlessness, conditions, cosmic radiation exposure, and other space-related factors. Launch vehicle simulators. These simulators are used to train astronauts and mission controllers for the launch phase of a mission. They provide a realistic experience of the forces and sensations experienced during liftoff. Mission Control Center simulators. These simulators recreate the environment of the Mission Control Center, where teams of experts monitor and control space missions. They help train mission controllers to handle various scenarios that may arise during a mission. It's worth noting that NASA continuously updates and develops new simulators to keep pace with advancements in technology and to address the needs of upcoming missions. As of 2023, there may be additional simulators and advancements that I am not aware of due to my knowledge cutoff.